Hey everyone, I'm really excited to be here. This is my first GDQ time as a runner. I'm really excited. You may know me as the community manager of speedrun.com. You may know me as one of the runners of 1,000,001 games that I run. But this is the first game that I ever grinded, and I'm so happy to be able to show it off on the GDQ stage. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the intro cutscene while my commentators introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Dangerous. I have speedrun Doom as well, although not any percent. I speedrun 100%, so I am here to make jokes at Meta's expense.
They are rage.
Hi everybody, I'm Dylon57. I'm also a Doom 2016 80% speedrunner, general gamer. Funny enough, Meta actually taught me how to run this category. So, yeah, it's really cool to be here. Yeah,
and now I am faster than me.
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, and would you believe that was 5 years ago already? I'm coming up on having run this game for 6 years now. Which is not as long as some people, but quite a long time. I'm gonna go ahead and reload checkpoint here and give a countdown for the timer because we were talking. So time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, here we go.
All right, so a lot of stuff is gonna happen in pretty quick succession. We'll try not to overload you too much with, strat mumbo jumbo, but we will go over all the tricks that are being used in the run. The first thing that we saw Meta do was clip through a wall. One thing you'll find out very swiftly is that the walls in this game don't really matter. The trick is called a paper clip. You can essentially squeeze your character model through planes where they intersect in the game and get through it. So another prolific runner and general glitch hunter in the community, Sabuline Horizon, somewhat recently found a way to skip the intro, which was revolutionary to the run. And again, walls don't matter. We're just going to press a button straight through it.
You say somewhat recently, like it wasn't 3 years ago.
Yeah, so we originally had a version.
It was yesterday.
We originally had a version, I think in 2020, where we would watch the first cutscene and then we would clip out after walking through the doorway. And now we can skip both of the cutscenes that are in that intro area.
God, that was 3 years ago, really?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, it's been in the route for a long time because 100% routed it in a while back, and we get to do it twice in that category.
Also, you may have noticed I was not wearing the Praetor suit. That's because we skipped it. We do not have it, and we will not get it until the game automatically gives it to us in the next level.
Also,
and
Meta, how did you turn Doom Guy into an airplane?
That's a great question. Yeah, okay, so this game has something called rail boosting. There's 1,000,001 things that we need to go through in this run, but rail boosting is essentially not always on rails. Basically, there's mantling, which is a normal platforming mechanic. When a mantle fails, there's something called a foot grab, which is where basically the game just kind of gives it to you for free, and it'll teleport you up onto the surface. The short form version of explaining rail boosting is that the foot grab then also fails, and a raycast or something is sent past the ledge, and you just keep going and going and going. And that is determined by your frame rate. And I'm going to let my commentators take over while I focus here.
For sure,
yeah. This is another version of a rail boost that's going to boost us up into
on an actual rail.
Yeah, on an actual rail. That's a really bad spot to be because you can actually get soft lock there if you're not careful. But luckily, Meta was able to kind of squeeze his way out of it. Now we're doing a paper clip through a rock wall. Don't ask too many questions about where the naming scheme comes from. We're going to call it a paper clip, but it's not always involving paper. There is a backup for this, but yeah, you're supposed to jump and stay out of bounds on that particular wall there, but it's a really weird, wonky wall to jump onto, and it's easy to fall back in bounds. Luckily, there's this backup right here where he's going to, your setups for this is a little bit different, but this is actually one of the kind of trickier paper clips to pull off. Yeah, you clip in here, and then you have to do a whole bunch of jumping to kind of get into the right spot. Although it's not being really nice right now.
This is not being nice to me at all. Oh boy.
Come on, Doom.
Come on, Doom.
Come on, Doom.
One
Doom
thing we should
reload.
note. Yeah, one thing that we should note about Doom 2016 is that the run is extremely volatile. There's a bunch of really precise tricks that you have to do in quick succession. There's no downtime. Literally every movement that you make is important to going fast, and it's all usually on little pixel width gaps and things like that. So yeah, it is very volatile, very difficult.
Your
your
frame rate's not capped right now, is it?
No, it is not.
No?
Yeah, that's another thing is paperclips are also frame rate dependent. They're a little bit harder at lower FPS, so we just make sure that we're capped at 200, which is the game's engine, or sorry, the engine frame rate cap, I think.
Yeah,
or
it's
maybe
the engine limit. Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna give this another shot. Hopefully, we don't fail it again. Right up this time.
It 6 is the engine that this game was built on, and the engine was actually designed with a frame rate cap in play. You probably didn't see a lot of weird stuff happen if you played this game on console or if you played it on PC with the frame rate capped, because most of the shenanigans that you're seeing in the game are really frame rate dependent things. Paper clipping is frame rate dependent. Rail boosting is frame rate dependent. So if you played on console, then you probably had a much more, dare I say, glitchless experience with this game. But the moment you uncap your frame rate and you get to 160, all bets are off. You could start flying around the map by mistake, which is how rail boosts were actually discovered.
So basically what Dana is saying is that the game's pay to win.
A little
bit.
Especially so when I started running in 2018, I had a GTX 970, and what we used to do is we had what was called the res scale tool. Before rail boosting, you would drop your resolution scale down to 1% and then boost and then put it back up. Thankfully now modern hardware is a little bit more advanced, and not many people, I don't know of any current runners that actually have to do that, because you can run this on a 1660 Ti, and yeah.
But man, it was so gorgeous back then. You could see every pixel. It just I mean, you could see all 9 pixels just making a 3x3 grid across the screen. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
so good.
So this is actually one of the only cutscenes in the game that we have to sit through. There's not a lot of these, but there are a couple that even any percent can't skip. Although the last level we actually had one as well, but we were able to clip through the floor by grabbing a door through some of the missing collision. We don't have any such benefit with this level, so we have to wait. Although he's going to load checkpoint here. This actually loses time RTA, but in game it saves a second because the door is already open once you go through here.
And the reason I'm doing it for an RTA marathon is because it actually manipulates the enemies out here, just to make sure that they're playing nice.
Yeah, so this is, I think, the only instance of a glory kill clip that's still left in the run.
Arc as well.
Yeah, he's still doing.
Is there one on Arc? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there is a way to not do that one, but ooh, you're getting.
I think I'm aiming too far right.
Yeah, getting super trolled. You may have to reload.
Let's see.
Well, hold on. This guy might work.
There we go.
There you go. That's good. Yes, nice.
So that's what that's supposed to look like.
Yeah. So you essentially, whenever you go into a glory kill animation in the game, it actually changes your character's position. And we found a way to get a very specific glory kill animation that sets our player far enough back to get us through certain walls. Really most walls, even. If you can find a zombie and get it set up properly at the right angle, the right position, the right timing, it has to be perfect, basically. You can get through walls with one of those guys.
Yeah, you'll at least clip through part of it. Some walls and some doors are thicker than others. Some are really thin. It's very strange. One of the things that you learn when you start learning glory kills and paper clips is that every wall, every door is different. Thankfully, we are out of Foundry. Whew. Yeah. A little bit of a rough start, but we're warming up now. So
you handle it like a pro.
True. Actual professional gamer.
Yeah, now we're getting into Argent Facility. This is, I think, the shortest level in the run, if I'm not mistaken. I think the community gold on this is like 20 1 seconds, I think, or something.
Yeah, on New Game Plus, yes, because you have access to the Gauss cannon and you don't have to grab the plasma rifle. Some of the top runners get like 42 seconds for this, which is very, very fast compared to like a 20-minute casual level.
Yeah, I think my goal is like a 40.
Okay, yeah, even faster than I thought. I'm sitting around like a 45, so.
You just have to get better at the game, Forehead.
There we go.
Just be good, Lamau.
Just skipping some platforming there by climbing on that out of bounds like rail thing. I'm lining up with the face of the cliff here, and we're gonna boost and pray. And I'm gonna hard break in the air and hold on.
That was clean.
That was beautiful. Give it up. Claps in chat. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Dude, that was probably competing with your gold. Not gonna lie, that was really smooth.
Yeah, I would say that would that would be a sub 50 second. I think I don't have live split open or anything like that, but
yeah. And the tricky thing about that boost too is that you have to actually like curve around one of those buildings, so you don't have a whole lot of air control whenever you're doing a boost. You have to take really kind of wide arcs around stuff. So not only do you have to get the boost, you have to curve around that and be accelerating with the right velocity to not go too far or too short, and hopefully not get the hard fall. Yeah,
nice little
quick little rail boost.
There's a fight that's supposed to take place here, but we skipped the trigger for it. We're gonna grab the double jump boots, and then as soon as the left boot is in my hand like that, I'm gonna load checkpoint. So now this is actually gonna put me back to the same spot that we were just in, but I'm actually going to have the double jump boots. So we've completely skipped doing that fight. Basically, like, I don't know how to explain the save system in this game, but key items that you require persist through like saves, I guess.
Yeah,
would be the way that I would say.
That is how you explain it, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. Explains it perfectly. Yeah, this is the Argent Tower. This is the first level that really bedeviled speedrunners, but once we found rail boosting, we of course found a pretty quick way to get to the top of it. So yeah.
Yeah, just skipped every single floor of the tower.
Yep.
Oh, no.
That's
okay.
a rarity. Yeah, that's why you grab that checkpoint at the top of the tower, because sometimes that can happen. It's the fall distance. Fall distance is calculated very strangely in this game, and generally speaking, you can land to that platform without dying. But every once in a while, the game just clocks over one unit too high, and it kills you.
Oh,
so
I'll put it to you.
I think I need to try
to
bounce.
Try landing in the middle of the platform. I think you're landing too far to the side.
Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
You can also do a jump before you hit.
Yeah, if you want to find out how fall damage works in this game, get ready to read like an essay.
I was actually just about to say we have a technical document about how fall damage works and how like height matters for different mechanics.
Yeah, also shout out to Sabuline Horizon, who not only wrote that document, but also found lots of things for this game and generally has helped us improve like our technical understanding of this game by like a lot. So thank you very much.
Yeah, by like tenfold. The guy is a beast at just hacking into games and figuring out what's going on. So big shout outs to Sab, because he helped find a lot of the things that are in the current route that have just saved, minutes since he joined the community.
Ironically, doesn't do runs though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to do runs, you just have to find them.
All right, I'm grabbing this invulnerability power up right here, and then we're going to drop down the tower that we boosted up. I'm going to land on this armor plating. So we've fallen through a ton of kill planes, but the invulnerability power up is keeping me alive here. Right now, we're on like the rest of this level is going to be an auto scroller. We're just waiting for the countdown. So I'm going to grab this ammo upgrade, which is going to give us some more plasma ammo so that we can just gauss around everywhere.
Yeah, we're not 100% on how it works, but we do know that advancing the timer at the top of the tower, because normally you have, was it 4 waves of enemies?
Something like that, yeah.
That would be a dangerous question.
Well, when you fall down, it despawns the enemies and it advances the waves. So normally you're supposed to hit a certain kill amount and it advances the waves. We only do 1 wave and then we skip the rest.
Yeah, I don't know how that works either. I just kill the demons and press the buttons and things work.
Right.
Now in the game's lore, you saw that big explosion at the end of the last level. Now we are in Purgatory. This is basically Purgatory. This is actually where you were dug up, and before the game actually started. So at the very end of the level, you'll actually see the room where our sarcophagus was buried. So of course, like every other level in this run, we find a way to go out of bounds and skip everything. So Meta's going to climb up here, do a boost across, and then he's going to do a very precise setup for this, where he pauses, opens the console apparently, but he pauses on a very specific moment where the compass displays an exact number, and then he can buffer a shot from the Gauss cannon, and that will basically launch the Gauss cannon as soon as he gets out of the menu, and that lets him climb up onto some invisible collision and get right to the end of the level right here.
The level's done. Yep. So definitely in competition with the shortest level, but it's like 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds longer than our jump facility.
Definitely a fast one.
Yeah, we call that radar jump because we line up so there's the objective marker on the compass. We line that dot up with a specific shadow on the rock, and then we jump, look for 124.8, which is like the distance to your objective or whatever. And then at that point, we know we're at the apex of our jump. We press the dossier, and then we are buffering our next scuff shot. So that's how that whole thing works out there. I cannot remember who found that. I wish I could credit them.
I think it was Henny, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Henny found a lot of like the frame buffer type apex jump stuff. With
I want to point out something as well. Is you're supposed to fire on 0.8. Meta fired on 0.7 and still got the boost because that's just how god tier he is at this run.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's not actually supposed to be possible.
Yeah, I don't know how you managed to pull that off, but
you can do a late 0.7. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was 0.8, so I'm glad it worked.
Oh,
basically 0.8.
but yeah, here we are.
This is actually, I think this level might be shorter than Cadanger, considering we can skip right to the very end and just push the button on the tram.
Oh, I actually would have almost golded this if I could press the freaking button, but anyway, that's fine.
Oh well.
You can finish the level before the introductory voiceover line from Sam finishes playing.
Actually, what's funny is there's a checkpoint at the end of his introductory little bit, and there was a really funny thing that happened a while back where if you manage to actually exit the level before that checkpoint triggers, it will actually carry over and trigger at the beginning of this next level. And at one point in time, one runner saw that in another runner's video and was like, I'm not saying they're cheating, but... And then we had to like scrutinize that thing upside down. And of course, who figured out the mystery besides Sabuline Horizon? Because he's just that good. Figured out what was going on there. And the man is the Sherlock Holmes of this game. He can solve any mystery if he just looks at things closely enough.
Imagine doing a level so fast that you suffer from success.
Right.
So Mr. Game and Shout, I think we have time for 2 donations here.
Absolutely. And again, just to confirm I'm understanding this right, in this game, the ceilings don't matter, the walls don't matter, the floors are optional, but fall damage takes an advanced physics degree.
That is correct.
Yes, that's
okay, I'm just making sure I'm with you here. Got a $5 I got a $5 donation here from Isabel. Rip and tear. Also, $25 in from Mr. Zach Guy. Let's all sing the Doom song now.
Oh, no. I feel like Zach is calling me out directly on that one.
All right, so we did another glory kill clip there. We are now totally out of bounds. If you've played this game casually, you remember there's a very long cutscene in this office here with Samuel Hayden. We're not going to do that, but we are going to steal some of his stuff. Thank you for the chainsaw, Samuel Hayden. I'll be on my way now.
Actually, quick question. Is it breaking and entering if you don't actually break or enter?
Or enter? That's a great question.
It's theft. You're stealing from him. It's theft. Your Honor, I didn't technically go inside.
All right, and now we've got the BFG. This weapon is very powerful in a speedrun, and you'll find out why in a couple levels.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty recent reroute. What Meta's doing here. It used to be that you would actually do. There's a big open area that we jumped over a little bit ago, and we used to use one of the checkpoints in there to kind of bounce around the level to grab various things like the BFG before heading into the end of the level. But a recent reroute found that actually doing this is faster. The paperclip here is extremely precise. Like, we're talking pixels of success here. Luckily, Meta is he's been practicing this, so he is very, very quick at it. Now, he's going to go for, okay, this is not necessarily safer, but it is.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This is supposed to be safer. The thing is, you have to get underneath the first wall, and that's not always easy to do. So
yeah, basically what I'm going for here is, so obviously you have a jump and a single jump. Your jumps reset when you're put into a grounded state. We can actually force a grounded state by shoving the Doomslayer's head through the floor, and that repeatedly is giving us our jump back. But it's a little tricky to get it started. That first jump is kind of the trickiest one, and then you just kind of have to find your rhythm after that. So I'm going to go for it one more time, and then we might try the other strat.
Yeah, and this strat, by the way, is called gophering because you're not actually going through the floor, but you are clipping into the floor. So if you just picture, like, from a third-person perspective, Doom Guy's head just popping through the floor periodically as he moves forward through it, and hence why we call it gophering.
Yeah, normally we would do a gauze boost from. Lock in. Lock in.
He's got it. He's got it.
Nice. Normally we would do a gauze boost over there.
What a beast.
Yeah, you have to dodge a bunch of kill planes when you do the gauze boost. So. Yeah.
Bye-bye, elevator.
Oh, and then just clip through. Yeah, just clip through. No big deal.
Yep. I mean, you hit the button, so.
Right.
Now we're in the final 5 of the run. This is ironically the first level where we're going to get an actual boss fight.
And I'm going to go for a very difficult paperclip here, but it's pretty much the same as every other paperclip that you've seen. So, Mr. Game & Shout, let's go for 4 donations.
4 donations. All right, let's see what I can get together for you here. Let's do a $35 donation from R0. Seeing your first run being 3 hours to where it is now is awesome to see. Have fun wiggling into corners and killing demons. Donation goes to Runner's Choice, and can we get a rip and tear chain in the chat?
Hell yeah, rip and tear. Thank you, R0. R0 was essentially my roommate in college, and was there when I first started speedrunning this game. Shout out to you, R0. You're a homie. Love you, buddy.
Also got a ton of donations coming in without any comments at all. We had $100 in from Anonymous. No comment, but thank you so much there. I had a $5 donation from Anonymous with no comment. A $10 donation from Happy Girl 92 with no comment. A $25 donation from Anonymous with no comment. And a $300 donation from Anonymous with no comment.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you to all of the one and or many Anonymouses for your support and helping us help Direct Relief.
Yeah, thank you all so much.
Wow.
And it goes to a great cause in helping a lot of people that are affected by recent events. So thank you all so much for doing that. Whoa, what on earth?
I can safely say I have never seen that before.
Yeah, that's never happened before, chat. Spam it.
We did it. We did the speedrun thing.
They said the thing!
I have 1,400 hours in this game. I have never seen that Kako right there before. That is the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah, that dude literally went on vacation. He took all his PTO.
That was astonishing.
So weird.
All right. We are coming up on what is by far the hardest choke point of the run.
Yep.
I'm going to let my commentators explain the skip in this level, everything that we are skipping, and why this is so difficult.
Okay, so first off, we have to press a button through a wall. That's natural at this point. But once we do, whoa, that was quick. That was
really fast.
Holy
cow.
base.
I told you my setup is fast. No one believes me, but it's fast.
Okay, it's great. So he's going to slow down time with the weapon wheel and press that button. He was actually standing on a platform that had a rail that you can't see, and he initiates the rail boost as he's pressing the button while time is basically stopped, which turns his character around and makes the rail boost go backwards.
Ain't no way.
Crossing the whole level.
Way.
Oh, yes way. Oh, yes way.
Base.
Yes way. That's
Dude,
first try, baby.
that's amazing.
Let's go.
Oh my god, that was so good.
That would be a gold split. I
That
am
had to have been
telling
a
you that
gold.
right now. That's a gold split.
Yo, that's
was
faster than my
awesome.
gold. Holy.
You didn't even have time to explain it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to retime that one manually because there's no way that wasn't a gold.
Yeah,
That
there's
was
no way that wasn't a
so
gold.
fast.
Yeah,
holy
Sheesh.
cow.
I have never seen someone straight up turn around and press the button.
So yeah, if you play this game casually, the Cyber Demon boss, we didn't see him at all. He went bye-bye.
Yeah, we just flew over to his room.
I wanted to do one more Gauss, but I think I'm going to save it.
Probably save it, yeah, because you're down to 15, and you're gonna need some of that when you go to bounds. Yeah, so there's much like every other level, out of bounds right here at the beginning. Now, it used to be that we would fire a BFG shot to just remove all of these demons from the play area.
I do
However,
that, by the way.
do you? Yeah, so
Yeah, he still does.
It's
He still
definitely
does a grapple
safer to
strat.
do that. However, there is a way to do it that is faster, where you just face tank all the damage from the demons and then
no.
rub your face into a wall.
Someone's alive. How dare you? How dare you, Meatball? Meatballs plural?
Two of them. Wow. I'm
How?
surprised.
Oh my god.
They usually die from a BFG round. That's unusual.
Okay,
we
am
had
very
a
low
good
on
that's
ammo.
never happened before, so now we have to have a bad one too.
Meatball, spaghetti. underneath,
I'm
you know
gonna go
what
for an
saying?
ammo saving strat here called Pinky Boost.
Pinky boost.
And we're just
Pinky
gonna jump on that guy.
Nice.
On his head.
Oh wow.
And then Gauss over here. And we have one shot left. I'm just deciding. I'm gonna
over
use it
here.
right here. Yeah,
Yeah,
there we
that's
go.
probably the best
So
place
we're
to
out
use
of
it.
ammo, but we get ammo immediately in the next level, so we're safe. I had to improvise there a little bit because of that, but it's okay. We're safe. We're good.
This run's insane. I'm gonna need to change the batteries on my pacemaker.
I'm not gonna lie. Like this feels like PB pace, and I wish I had lap split open.
Hey man, I will manually retime this run for you.
I will help in whatever way I can. This is sick.
Yeah, we're now in the final 3, and this is the only level that actually has a boss fight that we're going to do. However, much like every other moment in this run, we're going to engage in some shenanigans with that fight.
Shenanigans. Never heard of them.
Shenanigans? I hardly know her.
I'm just gonna grab a little bit of ammo here for the Gauss movement that we're gonna do once we get out of bounds. Paperclip once, paperclip twice, and paperclip 3 times through 3 different walls there.
Yeah, that's a triple paperclip that you have to do in order to actually get through the out of bounds, because there's 3 different layers of walls through there. Why they added 3 layers, I'm not sure, but yeah, they did.
I'm playing this very safe.
Really, yeah, that was really
you can
clean
actually
jump
Gauss
through, by
right
the
to
way.
the. You can Gauss right to the steps, but I'm playing it safe here. We don't actually get a checkpoint until we complete the next, like, quote unquote arena fight. So. Whoa. I ducked my head in real life there because I got scared.
Yeah, we have to go into that little alcove to trigger the fight here to happen.
So there was the quote unquote arena fight, and they're all dead.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, they're all dead. You get your checkpoint, open the door, and
now we're in the boss fight.
No meme this time. We actually do fight the boss.
We do fight
How
this
are we
boss.
gonna do it?
Sorta.
This is the only one of 3 boss fights that we do.
So, Meta, do you want to fight the Hellguard with the pistol?
You know, I'm gonna decide when I get in there. But first,
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a BFG to debuff, and then we'll see what happens. You know.
I mean, the weapon wheel, you can like decide when you open
right.
the weapon wheel. That'll
Okay.
probably be a good idea. So yeah, debuff them,
Okay.
and then
So
let's see.
let me see.
Probably
Pistol
works. Maybe
pistol. Yeah, let's go with the pistol. Oh, and he's
Pistol
dead.
works.
Okay,
Yeah,
there we
let's
go.
go. Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Okay, that's a very classic meme. It's an old one. But, okay, so basically, when you fire the BFG, there's 2 parts to the BFG. I'm going to pull out my BFG for the next phase right now. Basically, so there's the projectile, which is like the green ball, and then there's what we call the tether. The tether connects the ball to the demon. The tether does damage every, tick or whatever based on your frame rate.
Every frame. Yeah.
Every frame, yeah. And we opened the weapon wheel to basically slow down time and give us more frames. And as you can see, we're just doing damage while these guys are floating in the air. and that should be good there.
Yeah, here we actually tricked the game into thinking that they both died at the same time, which technically they did, but in the same phase as well. So we're going to get the same animation, because in this game, little known fact, if something's in an animation, nothing else matters. That animation is going to play. So when it comes out of the state, it's like, oh, it also died in phase 1? It must be phase 1 Hellguard. And saves a lot of time with a cutscene.
Yeah, normally, so when you kill the final Hellguard, it plays like a more dramatic animation where you like rip the thing off and pull the guy out of there. And yeah, it's like 20 seconds or something. So we saved.
It's about 7 seconds longer, but yeah.
Is it? Oh my gosh. It feels like so long when you fail a run.
It really does feel like it's super long,
like
but yeah,
eternity.
it's only about 7 seconds longer than the other one.
Yeah, it's still a huge save when like literally world record is 16 minutes. Like 7 seconds is huge.
But yeah, that was that was the last boss fight of the run. that was all one of them.
And if you play this game casually, you're probably very confused by that statement. We'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll get there. Fun fact about the weapon wheel is a lot of people, if you play this, locked frame rate, you'll notice that the weapon wheel doesn't actually stop time at, locked 60 or something like that. For some reason, the amount of time that is slowed is also frame rate dependent. Don't know why, just is. Yeah. So instead of it kind of just slowing a little bit, it completely stops.
Okay, I'm gonna go Gauss route here, I think.
Yeah, there's a couple different setups to do this, and there's varying disagreement about which one's the safest or the fastest out of all of them.
Yeah, this is one of the run killers doing this boost. So it looks like we're going to take a... It's all good. We're going to take a safer out of bounds route. Normally you would do a rail boost to kind of curve around all the geometry and get ready to do another boost where he's about to land on a platform out of bounds. But yeah, just skipping the first one's a little bit less Monka Giga.
And then this is the big one right here.
I'm gonna do a slightly baby version of this, but a not so baby version. There we go. Let's hit this trigger. Is it going? Where? There it is. Okay.
There it is, yeah.
We're gonna jump and rail boost.
Oh.
And there we go.
Oh, no.
This was a case of Meta was so fast that he's now slow. All
right.
He actually got the boost right away and hit the door instead.
Yeah, we just have to pull out Vega's eyeballs. I always think of him as pulling out his eyeballs. Don't know why.
But yeah, Meta has been so just absolutely cracked this run that we are going into the final level already. So, yeah, time's gonna be coming up in just a couple of minutes.
I don't know what my RTA is right now, but I might be coming in underestimated.
A little bit. You're gonna come in a little bit underestimated.
Which is actually really wild, because I've done probably about 10 practice runs in the last like 32-ish hours. And on average, my RTA was just underestimate. In fact, I went overestimate a couple of times, and I was very, very worried about that.
You got all the
doing too
bad
many
runs
runs.
out.
Yeah, for real. And honestly, credit goes to you. Doing too many runs of this game literally melts your frontal cortex. Like, it just doesn't exist anymore after like a whole day of doing runs. So for real, big shouts, man. That's
this game's hard.
Been on the grind. Oh, this game is super hard.
Yeah, this is definitely not an easy run to pick up. And there's some people that join the server and they're like, "This is my first speed run," and I'm just like, "Ooh, hats off to you because you picked a beefy one to start with."
I've been there because, like I said, yeah, my first speed run was Prey 2017, which is like at the time it was like just under 8 minutes. It's like one big trick and a couple small tricks. It's very easy to pick up. And then I picked up this game, and it's the complete opposite.
It's funny. This was actually, this was one of the first games like that I took seriously as well. It was the first game that I took seriously as far as speedrunning goes. And then I later went to go do Prey, and I think it was literally like after 3 days, I had a sub 8.
Yeah.
So it was crazy how the skills transferred over. This game was just so hard.
Time's coming up.
Time might be coming up.
Wall?
I mean, I have one hard trick, which I could fail. I wish I could give like a proper countdown, but it's basically if I get this trick and then
once he lands on the platform, that'll be time. So we'll call it out nice and loud for you.
All right, here we go.
Beautiful. And
okay, time is in
nice.
3, 2, 1.
Time.
Wow.
GG's, dude. That was wild.
I'm shaking. That was better
That was
than
so
I could have
good.
ever expected.
I'm just gonna say that might be a PB from you. We're gonna have to retime that one because that was
it
actually
might
cracked.
be. The only thing was res ops. I remember res ops was a little rough, and that's kind of it.
I mean, this is like RTA, like definitely faster than some of the other runs you were posting up before. So
yeah, RTA looks like a 33:31.
That is wild. That is by far
fast.
That is like 3 minutes faster than some of my runs that I've been doing to warm up for this. So I cannot believe that.
That's crazy, dude.
I guess I would just love to give shout outs to the entire MDSR community. That's Modern Doom speedrunning. If you do want to learn this game, it is challenging, but it is so rewarding. We have a lot of resources. We have a lot of people who are more than willing to help you. Please come by if this game interests you. We will absolutely help you learn this game. I'm going to throw it to my commentators if they have any shout-outs. Danejerus, I believe you have some news to share with everybody, right?
Well, let's let Dylon do his shout-outs first.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Dylon,
No. It's cool. Honestly, I echo the same sentiment. You know, we're a bunch of cool people over at the Modern Doom speedrunning Discord, Modern Doom speedrunning community. Feel free to come and join us. Chill out. You know, if you ping anybody, they'll help you. It's really welcoming and friendly. It got me in the door into speedrunning. So and I also wanted to say, you know, as someone who lives in an area affected by natural disasters pretty frequently, I live in Texas, Southeast Texas. My heart really goes out to all the people who were affected by the hurricane right now. I've been there. It sucks, and it's really great that GDQ is putting on a fundraiser like this because it really does help. It sucks losing everything about once a year, and if you haven't experienced it recently, like in recent years, or this your first time being hit by a big one, it's rough. It's super rough. So my heart goes out to everybody, and I really appreciate the organization for supporting such a noble cause.
Agreed.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess shout outs for me. I always got to shout out Meta for having me on the couch and for always being on my couch whenever I'm doing runs of this for whatever marathon or for whatever hotfix. But thank you. And then again, shout outs to everybody in MDSR for making a great community. It was it's always a pleasure being a part of that. And also I just want to thank Meta again. He very graciously gave me the opportunity to use this moment, this platform, to make a big announcement. I'm very honored and privileged to say that I am in fact joining the GDQ Hotfix showrunner team. I'll be hosting a new show live on GDQ Hotfix starting season 4. November 20th is going to be our first episode, and it's a show called Crosshair. It's basically a show that features runs with bullets, so first-person shooters, third-person shooters, shmups, bullet hells, rocket launchers, paintballs, whatever kind of bullets you've got in your run. If you think you've got a run that qualifies, head on over to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix and fill out that runner submission form and see if you can end up on an episode of Crosshair. But yeah, thank you again, Meta, for giving me the time to megaphone that right here. It was an honor being here.
That's insane news.
Yeah,
that's insane news.
Of course.
Before the run, they were like, "Oh, there's news. We're not going to tell you." That's insane, dude. Congratulations. That's
Congrats,
so rad.
Dane. Thank you everyone who tuned in for the run. We got a lot more runs coming tonight, and thank you very much. This has been awesome, and that's it for me.